Hi, my name is Billy Lackey, Vice President of Programs for the American Composers Forum. In this video, I'll discuss the 2018 McKnight Composer Fellowship application process, changes to the application process for this year, and also changes to the award as well. The intent of this program is to enrich and strengthen the state of Minnesota by acknowledging the accomplishments of composers and to support their artistic growth. The McKnight Composer Fellowships provide recognition and financial support for mid-career composers working in any musical genre. The program is designed to award composers whose work is of exceptional artistic merit, who have created a substantial body of work over a period of time, and who are at the career stage that is beyond emerging. 4 fellowships of $25,000 in unrestricted funds will be awarded. Awards are subject to state and federal income tax guidelines. Fellows also have an opportunity to work with one month in one of our 5 artist residency communities partnering with the American Composers Forum. Or, new this year, fellows can create a self-designed professional development project in lieu of participating in one of the 5 artist residency communities. I also want to let you know that selected fellows are provided up to $500 in reimbursement for travel costs to the professional development project or the artist residency program. Between 2019 and 2020, ACF will produce the first McKnight Composers Fellows Biennial Festival. The Biennial Festival will be an intensive full-day event designed to connect fellows more directly with audiences, collaborating artists, and McKnight Fellows from other disciplines. ACF will present a curated event for the cohort of the 2018 and 2019 McKnight Composer Fellows on a single stage over the course of an entire day. I do want to also mention that each composer will be provided $2,000 to hire performers for this event. The selected fellows will work with me. I will hire the musicians on their behalf and pay the monies directly to the performers. Let's go over the eligibility guidelines for this year. The intent of the program is to award composers who live and work in Minnesota, have made a significant artistic contribution to this community, and who will continue their artistic growth in Minnesota. Composers working in any style are encouraged to apply. Applicants must be 18 years of age or older and a resident of Minnesota, as determined by the voting and/or payment of taxes in the state. Applicants must have been a legal and continuous resident of Minnesota for at least 1 year prior to the application deadline. Fellows must retain residency in Minnesota until the end of the 12-month fellowship period. Applicants must have completed all formal academic training. Applicants may not be enrolled either full or part-time in a degree-granting institution at the time of the application deadline. Note, applicants who are ABD, that is all but dissertation, are not eligible to apply. Composers may apply to only one of the McKnight Fellowship programs in a given year. In addition, no composer may receive more than $50,000 in McKnight support in any 3-year period. Recipients of the 2015, 2016, and 2017 McKnight Fellowships in any discipline are not eligible. Fellowship staff from any of the McKnight Artist Fellowship programs are not eligible. Staff and board members of the American Composers Forum and immediate family are not eligible. Staff and board members of the McKnight Foundation are not eligible, as well as immediate family members of Foundation Arts program staff. Composers do not have to be a member of the American Composers Forum to apply. If you previously received a McKnight Fellowship, the selection panel will look for continued outstanding work since the last award. The panel may also look for continued growth. Your work sample should focus on the period of time since your last award. A panel of 3 composers from outside Minnesota, selected for their familiarity with diverse genres of new music, will review applications and select fellowship recipients. Applicants are evaluated and selected based on the quality of their work as evidence in submitted materials, most importantly, work samples. Consideration is given to accomplishments to date, as well as promise for continued development and the impact the fellowship will have on the artist. The American Composers Forum staff who oversee the McKnight Fellowship program do not contribute to the decision-making process or the selection of the McKnight Composer Fellows. The role of the staff is to provide clarity for the review process and to ensure that the panel review and the discussions proceed in accordance with the program's guidelines. Let's now move to the key evaluation criteria. First, artistic merit. The panel will be looking for originality and a strong sense of the composer's unique voice. Technical proficiency necessary to achieve the desired results, and quality of the work sample. The applicant has clearly reached the mid-career stage or beyond as evidenced by a tangible body of work, performances, commissions, recordings, and other honors and achievements, evidence of serious commitment to artistic practice over a period of time. The American Composers Forum encourages applicants from a full range of musical styles and is committed to supporting a diverse pool of artists whose music demonstrates strong artistic merit. Accordingly, awards for our programs will represent, as far as possible, artists and projects that are diverse in genre, gender, race, ethnicity, and geography. Now, how to apply. You can apply by completing the online application form, which is in Slide Room. You could visit thecomposersforum.org and search for the McKnight Composers Fellowship, and there is an Apply Now button on that page. Composers will be asked the following: their name, address, phone number, email address, and website if you have one. We're asking for an artist statement. The character limit is 3,500 characters with spaces. The artist statement may take any of several directions at your discretion. Information about your background, the development of your work, your interest as an artist or your aesthetic position, your future artistic direction, or any other information you would like to present to the panel. Insights into your artistic experience. This is new this year, and it could take the form of one of the following 3 ways. This could be a biography, a list of 10 artistic experiences that have shaped you as a musician, or a resume. We would like this document to enhance your artistic statement and provide further insights into your creation of music. If you choose a list of 10 artistic experiences, please go deeper into detail on 2 of the most important experiences out of the 10 experiences. The list of 10 experiences is the item that is new this year. Please refer to Noah Kiesecker's video that he did for us in regards to selecting which would be the best for you in regards to biography, resume, or list of 10 artistic experiences. Also new this year, we're asking for a complete works list. For each of your works, include the title, year created, approximate duration of work, instrumentation, year of the premiere, performer or ensemble that premiered the work. We've added this year, this item this year is because we do want to look at the breadth and scope of the composer's output and creation. I do know based on the type of music you might be creating that duration might be approximate. So if you work in art forms that are more improvisatory based, please do list an approximation. We do understand that this will not be an exact duration. But I believe by leveling the playing field on many ways, providing a complete works list will give the panel a deeper insight into each of your bodies of work. We are also asking for 3 work samples. Up to 3 audio and or video work samples totaling no more than 30 minutes of your music composed. At least one of your work samples should be of a work you composed in the last 3 years. Keep in mind that work samples should support the criteria of the program. If you have previously received a McKnight Fellowship, concentrate your work samples on the period of time since your last award. For each sample, you have the ability to list cue, start, and end times so that you can provide complete works and point panelists to specific areas of longer works that you would like for them to review. My suggestion is that if you have 3 complete works that you want to give and they total more than 30 minutes, go ahead and provide those, but definitely give the cue times for no more than 30 minutes of music. I would rather give the panelists an opportunity, if they so wish, to listen further into a work. If they are able, then to definitely limit them. If you have a full orchestra piece, a full symphony that had 4 movements, but one movement is 10 minutes long, you have 2 other works that would complete the 30 minutes that we're asking for, I would still go ahead and give the full orchestra piece, but give cue points for whatever segment of the larger work that you would like, in the event that the panelists would like to go deeper into the work that you've provided. We ask that you provide PDFs of 3 scores and web links to the corresponding audio or video. If the PDF of your score is larger than 10 megabytes, a space will be given for you to provide a web link to a larger file. Written scores are required unless they are inappropriate to your compositional style. For improvised performances, please clearly describe the nature of your involvement as the composer in the creation of the piece in a document uploaded or hosted in the link provided. Provide web links to your musical examples, either via SoundCloud, YouTube, Vimeo, Google Docs. Make sure your web links that you provide in the application remain active and unchanged until June 30th, 2018. If you do not wish for your work samples to be public, please make them unlisted so the committee will still have access. Just a couple of notes on this. Please don't make it so that a panelist needs to log in somewhere in order to access sound samples. If they could go one click, that takes them directly to the place where the sound sample is located, that is best. Also, if they have to download, that causes an extra step, and we're trying to eliminate as many number of clicks and steps the panelists have to take due to the number of applications they are reviewing for this program. If you have any questions, please do reach out to me. Work sample 1 makes the most critical impression on the panelist and should represent your most distinctive and compelling example. Panelists will listen up to 5 minutes of this work in the first round. If you wish them to start at a cue point other than the beginning, please indicate the start time for the cue in question 19, work sample 1, cue start time. If you have not edited your work samples and there is clapping involved or some talking before the performance, please do provide a cue time to save time for the panelists. Work samples 2 and 3 should be complementary complete works. For each work sample, you'll be asked to provide the title, the duration, year of completion, ensemble or names of performers, instrumentation. You may also give other pertinent information you feel would be helpful to the panel, such as how it fits into your body of work and why you chose to submit this particular example. I can't stress enough that I think it is extremely useful to say why you submitted the particular samples you do. If you have not won a McKnight Composers Fellowship before, in these 3 work samples, they are looking at not only with your samples within your complete works list of the breadth of work that you're creating. Ultimately, I would say pick your 3 best work samples. But if you think all of your 3 best work samples fall in the year of 2016, you might want to think about that some, because we also want to, the panel also is looking for artistic growth. If you're able to show that in various ways in 1 year, then I would see how that would be useful. But also I could see how you would submit 3 work samples over a period of time, not only to show breadth and scope of work, but also growth within your artistic voice. You could use these 300 characters in explaining why you chose the work sample to talk about your growth and how you've grown in certain ways with the particular works that you've provided to the panel. Also, the other note would be that if you have, like I mentioned previously, if you have won a McKnight Composer Fellowship Award in the past, you do need to focus on work samples after that fellowship date. So for example, if you won an award in 2013, all of the work samples provided should be after 2013. And all of the application should be geared towards your growth since your last McKnight Composer Fellowship Award. Entries must be submitted electronically on or before 11:59 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday, March 12th, 2018. Late applications will not be considered. Entries submitted by mail or means other than the provided online application process will not be eligible for consideration as well. Applicants are welcome to schedule a one-on-one meeting with me. I always enjoy meeting with each of you and discussing your applications. And if you have any questions whatsoever, I'm willing to do this in person if you live in the Twin Cities or wanting to travel here, or over the phone, definitely at your convenience. I'm in the office Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. typically. But I really welcome the opportunity to talk with you about your application. My phone number is listed here on the slide. It's 651-251-2833, or you could email me at wlackey@composersforum.org. Once again, please do reach out to me if you have any questions. Also, there is a link to Noah Kieseker's video regarding the selection, the process of selecting maybe the bio versus the resume versus the list of 10 experiences. You do want to consider the application as a complete whole or arc. It's a story of you and your artistic output. Hopefully the items that we've added this year help provide the necessary space to talk about things, so you don't try to cram in all your works into your resume or feel like you have to talk about a number of your works in your artistic experiences or your bio. But really wanting to provide room for your artistic statement, talking about why you're creating the music that you do create, then selecting between the resume, bio, or 10 artistic experiences to support that. And then, like we had mentioned, what we're considering most strongly is the 3 work samples. So hopefully all of that balancing each other out, creating a complete arc and narrative of your artistic life in support of the 3 work samples. I do suggest that applicants have people review their application. So get somebody that knows your music extremely well to give you their thoughts on the application that you put together, and also talking to somebody that is a musician or a composer, but that is really not that familiar with your work, to get a new set of ears, as most of the panelists, if not all of them, might not be familiar with your work directly, and this is how the panel would hear it, with a fresh set of ears. Like I said, please do reach out to me. Willing to definitely set up appointments and have phone conversations. I truly enjoy the opportunity to connect with you. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best with the application process.